We're back. We're ready to shoot. So, as I mentioned before, I'm shooting an AR-15. It's the civilian version of the what's commonly known as the M16. Sometimes our military soldiers now are using, a lot of them are using the M4, which is more or less an M16 with a shorter barrel. So the M4 will probably have anywhere from 18 or 16 inch, sometimes even 14 inch barrels. As I mentioned before, this barrel I'm using now is a 20 inch barrel. So there are a couple things that I'd like to kind of go through today, and I've got, as you can see here, a wealth of ammunition. Kind of go through how the gun works, how it shoots, how loud it is, how much recoil there is, how accurate it is, and just basically how it works to get you kind of familiar with the gun. I'm going to do a couple shots with the with my optic here, as well as a couple shots with the backup iron sights. I'll probably do about, let's do 5 rounds. Load the magazine. That's the first thing you want to do. There is a safety over here, safety on and off. But the first thing you're going to want to do is load the magazine. Even if the safety was off, I cannot fire right now if I pull the trigger, because no bullet has been loaded into the chamber. So the first thing I want to do is pull the charging handle back. You can see the dust cover open up, the bolt swing back. If I look in there, I can see a bullet being ready to be loaded into the chamber once I release the charging handle, which I'm about to do. The bolt snaps back into place. If it was ever to get stuck, I could press this forward assist right here. Don't think I ever need the forward assist, but I could if I wanted to. Now the gun is ready to go. It's ready to fire. If I pull the trigger now, hopefully it won't go off, because as I mentioned before, there's a mechanical safety device. Once I flip the safety off, then if I pull the trigger, the gun will fire. So we're ready. We've got the dust cover open. This is not necessary. When the bolt goes forward or backwards, it will open up the dust cover. So this is the hole that the casings will be ejected out of. So you might want to stand back a little bit, because these things have the tendency to kind of fly all over the place. My camera lens is just begging to get hit with an ejected casing, I can tell. So watch out. I'm going to fire a couple rounds downrange and let y'all kind of get the feel for this thing. Safety is off. Have my butt stock back. My trigger is outside of the trigger guard. I've got a nice stance. My Ranger plate is flush on the table. I'm looking through my optic, lining my red dot up with the target downrange, about 100 yards away. My feet are planted on the ground. Got my left hand on my foregrip. When I'm ready to fire, I'm going to put my finger inside the trigger. That's 5 rounds. I've turned the safety off. The gun is now safe. There is still a round in the chamber. However, the gun is on safe. If I wanted to be extra careful, I'd take the magazine out, pull the charging handle back. The live round will jump out. The gun's still unsafe, and then I'll put it down. That's probably the safest thing to do. Here is the unshot bullet that I just pulled out of my gun. I'm going to put that back in the magazine because it's still able to be fired. Now I'm going to go down range and see how I did. Well, hello. We are back here walking down the range. Got my camera with me. Y'all are going to witness firsthand how I did on 5 shots at 100 yards. And 5 shots from 100 yards, I landed 2 of them. As you can see. Not bad. If you look right here, you can tell that another one of the bullets has damaged our little thing that I bought. My thing to hold the targets. So, there it is for you.